Okay, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to be cool, and you're going to be cool. We'll just look at some stuff that has to do with New York and the whatever the guy's name is, and then we'll look at York, England. I did stuff on that long time ago, 5 or 6 years ago. Some of you might remember it. So, who's the new mayor of New York?
Eric Adams and Daniel Franco de Castro.
Who claimed victory in the mayor's race? New York. Who claimed victory in the mayor's race in New York City? Mamdani wins New York City mayor's race. Okay, Democratic Socialist. You know what's funny is the movie with the Zohan, Don't Mess with the Zohar. That movie has everything to do with what's going on. See, the average person doesn't believe in mind control. They don't believe that you can be inputted with certain emotions way down the road, inserted into you, like War of the Worlds. You know, there's aliens are inserted. It's like there's some truth in what they tell you. Okay, let's see if I can pronounce his name. Zoran Mamdani. Zoran Mamdani's Wikipedia. Okay, so he's an American politician who's the current mayor-elect of New York City, a member of the Democratic Party and the Democratic Socialist of America. He has served as member of the New York State Assembly from the 36th District since 2021, representing the Queens neighborhood of Astoria. Mamdani was born in Kampala, Uganda, to academic Mohammad Mamdani and filmmaker Miranar Nayar, both of whom are of Indian descent. The family moved to Cape Town. Filmmaker. Okay, remember, listen to me. Films are not what you think they are. Okay, so right off the rip, his roots, through what they're telling us here, is connected to movies. And movies are to guide populations. Listen, the country would never be into filmmaking, because any leaders of any country, like what we know of outside of America, would never allow another impulse into what they've had generationally. You don't understand what I'm saying when I'm telling you that. Because you bring in this now, these children watch, they are moved in another direction. Telekinesis is when you move something without touching it. So nobody would have to be in there to change the young ones and then alter them, and eventually you'd eradicate what was once there. You don't understand what I'm telling you when I say that. So right off the rip, I already know he's connected. His roots are with who created this movie industry, when you follow it all the way back. Okay? We're fixing to get into the good stuff. When Mamdani was 5 years old, when he was 7, they moved to the United States, settled in New York City. Mamdani graduated from the Bronx High School of Science. So, we already know who controls the science that you believe in, which there's no God in your science. Everything's proven. If it's not proven in a lab, that you've heard that forever. Lab backwards is Bell. And when you don't understand what lab is, the true laboratory is the chemicals in your brain, which would be the fluids. Yeah. And you don't know that. And the whole concept of their labs, that ideal all comes from your brain. Your intestines are going to represent, you're a machine. It's what you are. You're a machine. But the science is not real. It's satanic. He received a bachelor's degree, and we can prove it by the numbers with satanic gematria. That's black magic. That you will say that it's not real. And it's like, that's the whole thing. And see, the whole point with me blasting you is because I care about you. Because the intellectual mind that you have is a memorizational mind. You don't have experience in there. And then you'll say this, well, we don't have to. And it's like, that's our whole point. Eventually, everything's proven. Fuck it. What do we do now? Then you're just going to be controlled as a human species. You not understand, y'all, no, it's in there, man. It's in there. And it's like, it's not real. These are all hidden entities. I'll get to the point. But all these are Jesuits. They're all working together. It's the Empire State. All empires have fallen. You can't see how the Democrats flooded the fucking nation with immigrants. They stole human beings like they've done forever. And then they just throw them in there and then make you fucking deal with it and then get on their news that they own and tell you that you're bad. And then create generations ingrained with certain principles, morals, and everything. And then you throw humans in that haven't had anything by design. And then it fucks everything up. And then you got little children growing up that y'all ain't ever known as this fuck shit right here. So when they see somebody on the news throwing somebody through a windshield, which they fucking should be because they're criminals, they don't need to do that. Oh, there's some votes. There's some more votes we threw in there. And then this shit, it's all by design. It's by design. So let's keep going. All right. Bachelor's degree with a major in Africana Studies from wherever college. All right, let's go over here to look. Education. I can't even say it. Bowdoin. Where's it at? Private Liberal Arts College. Endowment $2.9 billion in 2025. Academic staff, there's 211. So let's just look at this. It's a private, oh my God. Our point is even proven even fucking more. Look, is a private liberal arts college in Brunswick, Maine, United States. It was chartered in 1794. Listen, all these words, you don't understand. It's black magic. It's what it is. The main whatever campus is located near Casco Bay, next to the river, in addition to the Brunswick campus. They're on 118 acres. There we go. Found you. The college was a founding member of its athletic conference, the New England Small College Athletic Conference. And the Kobe Bates, whatever bullshit, Jesuit, bullshit. So let's go back to that one word we just saw. The college that he went to and graduated from was a founding member of the athletic conference, the New England Small College Athletic Conference. There's the New England. So the word England is right there. And his mama, or whoever, was a filmmaker, which is fucking black magic. It's what it is. So we already know that. So now we need to go look at York, England. York, England. We're just going to look at York, England based off of just a few words here. Let's see if I can get it on my little Google map thing right here. And then we're going to talk about secret societies and shit. Let's see. I never use this. I just want to search something. Whoa. We're on a spinning ball. Let's go way out. All right, look. Right there's York. So let's see if I can get out. Damn, how do you do this? This is fucking crazy. Alright. Trying to get Neww Yorrrk down here. Alright. Damn. So here's York, England right here. So we're gonna go all the way across the ocean. Alright. Now we're getting to Neww Yorrrk. Let's see if some of the other ones pop up. Alright, Neww Yorrrk's good enough. So what you have is York, England, way over there, a long time ago. So what this entity that I know about has done is this. Alright, they control everything, beyond control. They create bloodlines and shit that you can't even fathom. And then these bloodlines, a lot of them think that they're the shit. And they're not. They're just fucking thrown out there. You never see who's or what in the fuck's going on. So the same individuals that controlled York, England, okay, a long time ago, what they decided, these council, it's what it is that controls this world. Because Satan controls the world. So it was voted on that York, England, they were going to transfer power, along with the zodiacal movement of the heavens, because they obey that shit. So the new headquarters was going to be Neww Yorrrk in New England. So they moved York, England, okay, to Neww Yorrk in New England, and then started setting up fucking shop. Okay, long time ago. When was Neww Yorrrk founded? 1624 is what they'll tell you right there. So you're looking at, 400 years. Think about that shit. Think about just coming to realization that there is an entity that does control everything. And they transferred power and started setting up power. And then in order, okay, see, I don't want to get into the colleges and the universities because the same fucking people that transferred that same entity, it's a business. York, England was a corporation. And then that corporation, the easier terms for you, moved, but it's a hidden demon fucking entity. And that corporation moved because we're looking at soul and spirit as property. You don't believe in none of that shit. So in order to do what they're in now, which plans had already been there, they moved it over here to this land. It wasn't because they were tired of this and that. That's the surface. On the surface, that's right. Because if you look at it and Google shit and what you've been taught, we just come from idiots. Idiots. By definition in Black's Law Dictionary, a mark, M-A-R-K, is a symbol. And it says in there, in the one that I have, talking about if a Christian doesn't know how to read or write, then you write an X, and then their symbol is their signature, because they couldn't read and write. So, when it's like we wasn't smart enough for that kind of shit, but yet people were smart enough to leave places they were tired of and start something new. Do you understand? Well, where the fuck did the education or the ability to know what to do went? Where'd it go? It's just like you're told, white people went to Africa. Okay, well, but we're talking about fucking dummies. So dummies, listen to me, that dummies built ships, that could withstand 3 fucking months on the high seas, no food, nothing, to a land they had never been to. If we're gonna go first, how did they even know to go there? Then they just throw them on this ship, throw them under the ship. By the time they get back here, hell, 3/4 of the cargo's dead. It's like, what the fuck? We gotta go back. Think about what you really been taught. Do you understand that? So now you're starting to understand, like, there's a hidden deep brotherhood because you have the York Rite of Freemasonry. Let's see if it's just in here. York Rite of Freemasonry. There it is. The York Rite. It's no secret. So, but that entity was already going on. And so your brothers and chapters and all that shit was all started a long time ago in order for generations to grow into it. And then, of course, it all comes from Saturn, though. Every bit of it is Saturn. It comes from 9 degrees, truthfully. 9. And your 33 rituals have to do with 3 times 3 because that's 9. 33 has to do with Saturn. Yeah. It's the Rubik's Cube, tic-tac-toe. That all has to do with Saturn. Every bit of it. All of it. Every bit of it. But it's not hard to see if you can see who controls the Vatican. See, when Rome fell, that same entity that moved York, England here, they destroyed. It was them that did that shit. And then you can go back to Greece because you don't know the true evolution of what the fuck's going on. And it's okay. You'll go to that shit, and that's not going to give you the real answer. You can't even think hard. You can't even put shit down and say, I'm going to ponder. You can't. I know what goes in your brain every day. Millions of images you don't even know about. Tones, sounds, everything. So, when Rome fell, here comes the Catholic Church. But it was still the same on the surface. And then they control everything. They control it all. Every bit of it. Using generation to generation to generation to generation and to get to here. If you're listening to this and alive, there's some shit you don't know about. They tell you in their shows and their movies, but you'll say, that's just make-believe. It's just make-believe. Okay, then fuck it. I don't care. Keep saying that shit. Every time you laugh at me, your eyes are closed. You need to think about that. So that means when you're laughing at me, you're closed. You don't never see nothing, and you're fucking blind, and it'll be nice. But it's the same entity behind the scenes. Okay? I can get in way deep to where from, we'll say, 1180 to 1480, 300 fucking years. This land here was cut off with commerce routes. And then a wall was put around Europe, a spiritual wall, so to speak. And then this land was to be forgotten about, only to be rediscovered. And the whole time for that 300 years, they were preparing this land with what's underneath us as your monetary system until they got to the physical cash, which took forever. But this fucking thing, it's what I'm saying. You'll live your whole life out and not see anything, and you're part of the plan. It is fucking deep. So I just wanted to share that. I got to get over here and get my herb shit because I'm starving. I love you.